Kaur from the Millennium School HMEA. Today we will discuss the topic Sadanga, the six limbs of Indian painting. So let me tell you about Sadanga. What is Sadanga? Sadanga consists of the six limbs or canons of art on which the whole art of painting depends. If a painting with any subject is a body, so these Sadanga are the body parts of it. And if the painting lacks any of the parts of Sadanga, it was considered as an incomplete, fruitless, and meaningless creation. Now, let me tell you about the definition of six limbs of Indian painting. See, when we talk of six limbs of Indian painting, we have to talk purely in reference to the earlier times, and when earlier times means we can even include miniature painting traditions in it. And while looking at the visuals, we can establish how the six limbs of paintings are connected to our Indian system of painting. See, these of Indian painting are Rupabheda, Pramana, Bhava, Lavani Yojanam, Sadrishyam, Varnakabhangam. The first one comes Rupabheda, the knowledge of looks and appearances. Rupa means the outer form or appearance of the subject. The perception is visual as well as mental. Bheda, on the other hand, means difference. Suppose, see, you are painting a king. The king should look different to his ministers, as shown in the picture. Or the king should look different from his courtiers. So while you are drawing the figure of anybody, if you are drawing a parrot, the parrot should not look like a crow. So you understand how the form, just to be differentiated, the artist should be strongly trained to do these works. If he is understanding the difference of forms, then is competent enough to paint the good painting. That is Rupabheda. He should know the variations or differences of one form to the other form. Second one is Pramana. Pramana, accuracy and precision of measurement and structure. Pramani teaches us the exact measure, proportion, and distance of the subject. It provides an insight into the structural anatomy of objects too. Now see, there are two kinds of proportions. One is a physical proportion and another proportion is a mental proportion. Physical proportion. In physical proportion, you should know if the Nayak is talking to the Naika, then Naika has to be little smaller the Nayak as shown in the picture. Or if he is talking to a beggar, the beggar should be bending before him. So these are the things where the proportions are very important. Suppose if one is standing before a tree, the tree has to be larger than the human figure so that action is to be understood. That proportion is to be understood. So an artist should be aware to draw the proportion with his intellectual mind. We tell you about mental proportion. But at the same time, when we talk of mental proportion, then what has happened? Which is very common in Indian painting. In Ajanta, you must have seen the Buddha while coming to Yashodhara for begging for the alms. He has been painted so huge vertically and Yashodhara is very smaller, that is to give a strong dominance to that proportion. So this the mental proportion where the artist wants to stress on that particular figure, and so this figure is elongated, bigger, and Yashodhara's figure is smaller. Bhava, the feelings on forms. Bhava means an emotion, a feeling, an intention, or an idea. This aspect of art is depicted in the form of feelings expressed by the subject. Suppose there is a woman who is crying. Now the woman should be squeezed. She should bend in such a way that her form and her expressions automatically release the expressions as she is crying, as shown in the given picture. So you should know that bhava, how one would behave, that has to be understood very deeply by the artist. So while rendering the figuration, he should know how the expression will come out and the emotions of that particular figure come out. That we call bhava. Next is Lavanya Yojana. It means blending grace in an artistic representation. Lavanya Yojanam can be described as a loving mother who is also careful about the rules of raising up her child. Lavanya Yojana is very close to the decoration, or we could say that see, painting is basically a design. So we are creating a design, and while design is a thing, we should know their space organization, where is to be put what. One should know. So the artist would be known as the perfect artist only when he knows how to design. Suppose I'm making a palace. A palace should not be look like a normal house. The picture on the screen shows the difference of the palace and the house clearly. It should look like a palace. The corridors of the palace can have beautiful, well decorated verandas as shown in the picture. Or the carpet should be very ornate so that kind of Lavanya Yojanam should be strongly commanded by an artist. Then only he'll be a strong artist, that is Lavanya Yojanam. Next we have Sadrishyam, or it means resemblance. Sadrishyam suggests the degree to which a depiction is smaller to an artist's vision or the subject itself. In a way, it is also a way of depicting similitude. Sadrishyam means a visual approach of a form that the character should look like the character which has been painted by the artist. So the artist should be he should be expert in drawing the particular figure of that cadre, that is Sadrishyam. Look at the given picture. Next one is Varnakabhangam. It means an artistic way of making use of the brush and colors. From mythology, where the great Lord Shiva speaks about the knowledge of Varnas to his wife Parvati. He says, everything is futile, means everything is useless. Repeating of mantras and telling of beads, austerities, and devotion. It means to say prayers unless one has gained the knowledge of Varnas, means letters. Its true significance lies in the knowledge of letterings, means the letters written or printed on something, and the luster, which means glow and virtue of figures. Look, Varnakabhangam means, in English, if we translate it, is a palette. The colors you know while you are applying the colors to a surface or to a figuration, as shown in the given picture. So he should be well aware of his palette. He should know the chemistry of the colors perfectly. That on the paper, if he is using this color, how much gum is to be mixed, which brush is to be used. As shown in the picture, different sizes of the brushes and different colors, how to mix them. So she should be well aware of application of the colors, the chemistry of the colors, and the psychology of the colors. Our Indian merchants have been masterly painted by our painters, and they are so perfect in Varnakabhangam. Next we have conclusion. The Sadanga is an inevitable part of every Indian masterpiece. From the ancient paintings of Ajanta to those created by Raja Ravi Verma and Hussain of today, you'll observe that every notable artist has silently put to use all the six principles. And it is only when you have known inside out these prime principles can you become an artist in every true sense. Hope you all have understood well about this chapter. Thank you.